Hello, everyone, and we're back after a super long pause. Sorry about that. One of the teams were actually, sorry, two of the teams were actually finishing off their match, and it went to overtime.
Overtime.
Super long. Yeah, and we were waiting for that match to finish in order to see the rest of the teams who have now made it into playoffs. So, congrats to those who have made it. Of course, they won't be watching this because they're going to be playing in it. But of course,
Definitely. Just to kind of update like how the bracket goes from group stages, we've pulled the top 16 performing teams and everybody are now going to face off in round 1 for the playoffs, best of 1 to move forward to find uh the top 8, and then from top 8 we will find the 4 teams for tomorrow to find the Yuletide Brawl winner. I'm not sure if we're able to show. I believe our awesome producer Michelle will be able to show the brackets on the screen.
yeah, it's a
Magic.
magic. Production magic. Yeah, she actually pulled it up on the screen. As you can see here, these are the matches that we'll be playing in these next few hours. Now, we will only be able to stream one of the games from round 1, and afterwards, after this game, there'll be a game from round 2. Now, if the game or the team that you are following is not being streamed, feel free to put down !bracket in Twitch chat, see how they are doing, and to follow the tournament bracket, as well as any more juicy details that you are curious about regarding NA Yuletide Brawl. And I guess in relation to that, we announced that we are running a glorious giveaway for today and tomorrow. So one of them has actually ended, and that was for the mouse pad, and we'll be drawing names for that very shortly during the game, actually, and we'll be announcing that winner after this match. So stay tuned if you want to
Exciting.
find out. Yeah, free mouse pad.
Maybe it's you. It can't be me.
Can't be me either. Sad. But yes,
It's
definitely make
all
sure you
good.
stick around. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Like we're just kind of going along through the process of picks and bans. How much you want to bet? It's gonna. What's the map? What's the map? Everybody seems to love Bind. Are we going to
I know.
actually see
Please.
an
Please.
icebox in the game? Maybe. I don't know. I personally actually enjoy icebox. I might be one of the few, but it reminds me of the small maps that I used to play a long, long time ago when I was a baby Sage in Day of Defeat. Very tight, boxy corner, messy maps. I enjoy it quite a bit. But
Yeah, I'm with ya. I'm sorry guys, but I'm so done with Vine. Oh man. Like I really don't know why everyone likes Vine so much. And it's unfortunate too because there were actually some games played on Split, but they weren't
mhm,
streamed. So we
yeah.
didn't have the pleasure of watching those games. But some of the girls are actually streaming their point of view, and if you're curious about that, you can also go on Twitch and search up Galorant and Yuletide Brawl. They should have that in their title if they're streaming.
Mhm, exactly. And I mean, you kind of bring it up. Uh, since we have some time, I would like to kind of talk about that a little bit. Why is Bind such a favorite map for a lot of teams? And you kind of have to wonder, what is it about that map? And so one of the big differences that I could, easy to point out is those teleport, like little teleport pods that they
Yeah.
have that allows quick mobility from A site to B site and vice versa. Uh, um, just kind of looking at just the overall map design that allows, I think, really good positioning as well from both the attackers and the defenders.
Mhm.
Especially for post plant, I think feels really good.
Yeah,
But
and as well, it's also one of like I guess this one of the more smaller maps because like I feel
mhm.
like when you think maps, only like Ascent, Haven, and Icebox are like super big. Like I guess there's more
Yeah.
opportunities for like a lot of gimmicks because of that area space. And but then if you look at like the size of the map, then that only leaves you with Split and Bind, and nobody likes Split, so that only really defaults you to playing on Bind.
Yeah. I mean, I know Split has its issues. I used to be very frustrated with that map. Um I think it's quite tight as trying to retake certain parts of the site, and there's definitely a lot more with the tightness of it. There's a lot of elevation changes and ramps involved with it that you kind of have to deal with. If you like think about it, you have your mid area that goes up, goes up into B site, goes down into sewers into A, goes down and up again. It's like a whole thing. And bind I think is a little more level compared to split when it comes to something like that. So
Right.
it feels a little easier to control your movement and your angles.
Yeah, like
But
especially because Split is also composed of so many tall buildings. I know it shuts down a lot of
mhm,
regular agents such as Sova from being like super effective. Of course, you will have some people who learn those crazy lineups that do allow them to utilize Sova's util still, but like that
yeah,
pool is still relatively small. Like I am a Sova main and I hated Split because of that. Like I had to
yeah.
basically learn how to play a different agent, but of course that's just me. And once I learned how to play like
You have
Killjoy,
you have to learn how to like do geometry with Sova on split,
yeah.
it's a little frustrating. And I bring up the elevation issues that split has when you're Sova and you're trying to use that Hunter's Fury and you're on the low ground trying to control it and aim it on the high ground. Oh,
Yeah,
it's so annoying. It's
I
so
know.
annoying. And you would think split would be nice just because of how tight and compact everything is. But it's also up and down, and I think that's also an issue that Icebox uh, is frustrating for a lot of people. Is it's having to learn. I think I brought this up in chat before. It's having to learn to slice the pie, but instead of pie, it's like a 2, 3 tier cake because you also have to
Oh, you
look
have to look up.
not
Yeah.
just here, and you also have to look up there and look down here. Uh, but I think once I got used to where to go and how to like cut cut that delicious cake, it felt so nice. It felt really good. And I think that's where like an agent like Sage really shines because she can completely like just like shut down a site with that wall. The little entryway onto kitchen, the little tube, that
Yes.
Sage wall in there is just so sad. But we
Oh,
will not be seeing, unfortunately, Icebox this game as it is the first ban right now for the team, and Ascent has been banned as well. So it just looks like our options are going to be no, are they also banning Haven? Ooh. Okay.
ooh.
So
Okay.
yeah,
Okay. I was about to roll my eyes.
oh my
No.
goodness.
No.
The yeah, Icebox banned, Split banned, Ascent has been banned, and now Haven has been banned. So we are back to bind, everybody. We've been talking about why it's the love of everybody. It feels like you can do so much as a team. And I understand when it's competitive and games are on the line, it's a best of one. You just want to pick the map that you could do the most damage to and get the most rounds and make sure you can secure that win.
I hate it here. Oh,
Sorry.
but
Teams are bantering with each other. It's kind of funny. Um but yeah, I can understand why on from the competitive aspect, why you'd want to have a game like Bind.
Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, I think Wolf mentioned it before too. Like the advantage of like everyone playing Bind is that we can see the different strategies being used. So I guess that has opened my mind a bit. I feel like my brain's getting bigger by watching this gameplay.
Yeah.
But yeah, sorry about the wait. Looks like one of the teams actually has to pull in a sub last minute. It looks like this was very, I guess, last minute. We didn't really know this was happening. So again, really sorry about the wait, guys. But yeah, hang tight. Game will be happening soon. TM.
I'm like looking at the messages right now. But no need to worry. Things are rolling along. Matches are happening. Girls are starting their playoff rounds, and we will get you on our way as well. Just gotta make sure that everybody's on tip top, ready to go, frag out mode. And we good. Need to practice saying their name.
Sorry,
I'll
I'm just
write
reading.
that down too.
Oh yes, their names. Speaking of names, one of the team's names is Team UwU Nyan Nyan FTC. Why?
Really great name. Big fan of their team logo, by the way. I saw
They have a
they
logo?
mentioned they got it commissioned,
I'm
and
dead.
they showed it to me, and I was like, "Oh my god, this is fantastic! Please share this in the art section." I don't know. They also have a team photo. It's so good. I wish I wish there was a way for me to pull it up for the stream, but
Yeah, that's
it should be
commitment.
fun. You gotta
I
love it.
admire.
You gotta love it.
I admire that. Ooh. But of course, us casters do not have enough time to say such a long name in the action, so I think we're opting to only say Team UwU.
We'll see. I'll see what I can squeeze out.
Still waiting on the last member for the team here. Trying to think other things to talk about.
You don't need to say that, but we can always talk about the fact that after this, I mean, we'll have the 4 teams figured out by tonight for tomorrow's 2 semifinals, semifinal 1, semifinal 2, and then playoffs. All of those games for tomorrow are actually going to be best of 3.
Ooh, that's a lot of games.
Ladies are going to be competing for $350 cash prize for first place, and I believe $10 Valorant gift cards for second. And just bragging rights, really. Like, bragging rights, like, you've won our first of what we're hoping is to be many other tournaments that we can host here through Galorants. Very excited to be bringing you more of this. You know, bring out the competitive spirit that all you girls have. And honestly, it's also a really just great way to just get better at the game with playing in this kind of environment that you just do not get when you're playing in pubs. But
That is true.
hold on, why am I being what is yeah, I don't know what is happening there. Something apparently happened to my webcam. You see that? I don't know how that's a thing.
Yeah,
I didn't do it. Anyway, that's kind of funny. But either way, okay, what was I saying? Yes, so we do have that. And on top of that, we have other events going on too. We will have Gal League. Oh my goodness. Look at that. That's so cute. Sorry, I'm looking at the lobby and they'll change their little banners onto the chicken. I love it. Team synergy. We're seeing it again. I'm all for it.
Yes.
So that's good.
It's psychological welfare. Oh my god, not sociological. It's mind games when you have everyone on the same banner. Just shows how much of a team you are. Team synergy.
Yeah. Again, it goes back to like what I was saying earlier is that this is the kind of things you just can't really properly replicate when you're playing pubs. You're able to utilize like communication and strategy as a team as 5 instead of, you have that one random Phoenix running into some site while the rest of the team is going the other way. Not necessarily saying that it's K-Sweet on her Phoenix here doing that, but we are finally loading in.
We're finally loading in, Saj! We did it! We made it!
Bring us in, Jess. Let's go. Start it off.
Let me in!
Let's get this going.
So it looks like we're going to start things off with Team UwU Nyan Nyan FTC on defense, while Athenas is going to be on attack. They're slowly locking in their agents. I guess I was going to ask any initial thoughts on Vine, but I feel like we talked about that already.
Let's see. For this one, at least looking at their lineup, I'm pretty happy with what they have. Both are rocking the Sovas because Sova is really nice to get information here. Freya does main Sova. She is a Sova main, and I'm very excited to see what she can do with that agent. Both teams, once again, as discussed on prior bind maps, a Raze very strong on this map as well. Yeah, and for the most part, you're seeing the rest of the standard Omen for the smokes. We do see a Jet as one of the and Arena actually for their duelists. Meanwhile, Phoenix and Killjoy rounds out the rest of Team UwU Nyan Nyan FTC.
It makes me laugh every time we say the full thing. But yeah. As you mentioned, yeah, like what I've noticed from the past few games that have been streamed anyways was the lack of Sova. So very happy to see my boy being played on both teams for this match. Should be an exciting one given all the lead up building up to this. Our first playoff game in round 1. Again, just to reiterate, this is an elimination best of 1 match. So the loser of this will actually be out of the tournament, as the other, being the winner, will advance to tomorrow. Not tomorrow, to round 2 happening later today.
Yeah. To the top 8.
Yes. Already starting things off, looks like Athenas is going to set their sights on to B site. Lots of util coming out, grenades pinning the sky as K-Sweet picks up the first opening kill onto Aimqua. Spike will go down through all of that chaos. K-Sweet again still on site. No one seems to be getting her. She gets a 3K, but eventually does fall. It's just up to Miss Blue Jay sitting here in tube and does eventually fall to Ferdina.
Yeah, I think she was trying to look for a knife kill almost there, but very, very strong early opening for Team UwU. Manages to slow down that domination push attempt by Team Athenas as they get that spike down. I believe it was K-Sweet actually that got the opening kill from the rotation from A as they've made their way onto B, but it looks like Team Athenas are just gonna switch it up a bit. Try and test out the fences on A and see if they can make something happen here.
And off of that round, when Team UwU is going to opt to force her, K-Sweet sporting the Bucky already made her way into this dark cover. If anyone face checks this, they're going to eat that Bucky shot in its entirety. Now that dart is going to spot out some presence here in A short, which does push K-Sweet into that corner. Meanwhile, Cursed does pick up that kill to aim go out. And wow, just a flurry of kills coming out here for Team UwU. The one with the shock dart, one with the Bucky, one with the classic. It's only left to Reyna. She's being chased down by this boom bot. Eats half of that. It's left on 2 HP, not long for this world as she goes down to Reyna, ending this round once again. And Team UwU is gonna pick this up.
Yeah. That was a good early recon dart, just giving some information that you have Athenas posted outside of A. And Freya already has a shock dart kill on her name. And I kind of just want to keep track of that. Well, I'll try to keep track of it because she usually gets a couple of those in a round, and I'm quite jealous, but very impressed at the same time that that's happening.
Yeah, I agree. And looks like the boom bots are going to kind of collide here as K-Sweet and LNQ pick up some opening kills coming out of the teleporter. Spike will be dropped by the team. And Athena's only 2 left. Has to play together in long here. Rosé and Skies don't really have anywhere to go. It seems that Team UwU is positioned at every entry and exit. And Freya's dart going to potentially spot that. Yes, eventually does spot out Rosé, who will go down to K-Sweet. And just a couple kills to end the round, but it will go to Team UwU.
K-Sweet on the run it back pushes through. One of my favorite plays just takes that run it back, pushes through the teleport, and spots a couple of Athena's already trying to make a play onto who does eventually take someone out. And it's been really in their favor that she had such a strong showing just the first 2 rounds that she even has run it back already in play for round 3, and she manages to use it, and it was a big round.
Yeah, I didn't even notice she popped run it back. That was a very early one considering it was only the 3rd round. And off of that, looks like they are going to sport a full buy, while Athena's do have a bit of a janky one given their eco. And with that, they are going to try to rush onto A site here. Plant will attempt to go down as Freya does pick up that kill along U-Haul. Will get spotted out by Aimqua and goes down there. There's 3 members left of Athena's left. Curse going to pick up 2 quick kills. And it's just 1 left, and Rosé is pushed out in showers, but gets that kill onto Curse, who's trying to converge onto her. Blaze will come out, rushes through that wall. Unfortunately, does fall again to Vernina, who defuses the round and picks up a 4th kill. Sorry, not 4th kill, 4th round for Team UwU.
Yeah, that was a little ambitious, but I can understand using that Blade Storm. Hopefully she can try to create or have someone fall back, do that 1v1, but it just seems like Athena's right now, they're able to get that spike down, but they are struggling for post-plant position in a way that allows them to get some picks as the rest of Team UwU Nyan Nyan FTC make their way onto site. They kind of need to figure something out here once that spike is planted.
Yeah, for sure. And this is going to prove to be quite the pivotal round as full buys do come out all across the board. Athena's really needs to win this round or their eco is going to be in the red. Now to start things off, looking to execute onto B here, nades are going to drop K-Sweet down to 70 health. As they make their way onto site, Miss Blue Jay is going to pick that up. LNQ hiding away in dark cover here on the side, able to pick up 2 and kills the spike planner, going to delay that just a bit. Another kill coming up from LNQ here on her 3rd. As Freya picks up 1 herself. Diffuse will be coming out as Rosé is forced out into Garden. With only a bit left, is gonna miss each other in smoke, but the tip of her gun is gonna pop out, and Freya picks that one up as she defuses the spike. And we are at 5 rounds for Team UwU on the board.
Yeah. I mean, again, it just seems like Athenas they need to be able to slow that down a little bit. It just seems like they had a lot of time pushing onto B site, but you have three of the bodies of Team Athenas already in tube, but no one has cleared LNQ in elbow, and she manages to take out 3 and even stop that spike plant. And they need to figure out like how to properly communicate that site hasn't been cleared, because that really struggled and hurt for them.
Ooh, and the drone paired with all this util coming out. And even so, Vernina gets 2 kills there. Wow, there's just so much going on with the drone, the boom bot, and K-Sweet flashing out. They just didn't know where to look. Even I didn't know where to look. And then slowly find ourselves with only 3 remaining members left for Athenas. Empress has been popped by Exio as they try to inch their way to Hookah, potentially looking at a B execute once again, but that turret from LNQ isn't letting up as it alerts their team that there is someone there, chips a few HP off their backs. And yeah, with that, looks like they're not gonna go for B anymore. Gonna try A this time as they group up, gather short, but Freya's waiting for them. Get some good damage on with that headshot.
And there's another!
The chalk dart. There's just guys left. Only with 5 full members on the other team. Feel like she has to go for a save here as the spike is in a tough spot. Does take one down with her before she goes down, however. It's another round for Team UwU.
Yeah, and another point Freya on that shock dart kill. Counter 2, let's go. But that opening push done by Vernina was so clean. So much information was given. She got herself 2 kills at the opening. Allowed Freya to start using Hunter's Fury within the same area. Actually tags XYO, forcing her to use her Empress, hoping she could get a kill and heal back up. But did not find anything. They played it patiently. Waited it out. Your timer was in their favor.
Yeah, and they're all just gathering towards short here, which has allowed Team UwU to just spam shots through that corridor. Is able to get 2 kills off of that. But Athenas have made their way onto site to no avail as they go down. It's just XYO left, not long for this world as K-Sweet picks up that 3K and another round for their team.
Yeah, rounds are going fast. Game is going fast. 7-0 so far before any of us could even finish our thoughts. They're just executing so flawlessly from Team UwU. Meanwhile, Team Athenas, it's like they kind of need to reset and adjust their mental and their strategy here and play time a little bit. They have a good amount of time to get themselves onto site still, trying to get some picks, or at least try to brute force their way through. But K-Sweet trying to do something again here with that runner back.
Ooh, is able to connect some shots, but not able to finalize that kill. However, Vernina goes out of hookah and it helps K-Sweet finish those 2 off. And again, just only 3 members left of Athenas here. Rosé was able to pick up that kill onto Vernina. I'm curious to see where they plan to go. They are kind of positioned in front of the teleporter if they so desire to TP. However, it does look like K-Sweet.
Oh my god. See that teleport? By Cursed? She's in the teleporter.
Oh my gosh.
From the shadows Omen used, He is sitting in there expecting them to use
And
it.
K-Sweet's here too. Oh, she does go down though, but gets that information that Rose was looking to rotate. And I don't know if they knew that Curse TP'd into the TP, but they just opted to move on foot there. So kind of sad that the From the Shadows couldn't go out into a big play, but still a great thought to even have.
10 seconds left.
It
That
looks
was a fake out of a fake out.
Yeah, I was about to say, with like time ticking down and
Planted.
no noise being made, B-site was just free for Athenas to take, and they were able to get that spike down. It's 3v3. We have 3 ults on the board to play with, and one of them being used right as I speak. Killjoy lockdown will be going down to hopefully help them onto the site and push them back. Curse is able to get that kill onto the very low Reyna. Skies pops a Hunter's Fury early, actually. Does do some damage, and Rose with the 4K able to secure that round and put her team on the board.
They did exactly what I was just saying, where they played the time. Like, I think played it a little too close, where getting that spike down with like under 10 seconds left, a little nerve-wracking, but they forced the rotations from Team UwU. I mean, it was a really good From the Shadows by the Own, because it's a good read, but they just didn't execute it that way. They wrapped around, went back, got that spike down, got the round for themselves. Really strong showing by Rose as well that round.
Yeah, definitely. Rose being seen kind of made them think, kind of made Team UwU think that they would go for A since she was rotating, but they just switched gears real quick and capitalized on that free site in B. It looks like they are trying to execute onto B again as well. Of course, Killjoy Util will be situated here. Turret does go down, and LNQ with that great headshot in disguise, opening things up for a team.
One enemy
Ooh, and with some scuffle and hookah, looks like the victor that does come on top is Team UwU, as XYO is the only one left. Has the spike with her. However, it still is going to prove difficult given the number advantage. Lear will be coming out, should give Team UwU the information that she is somewhere near here. They're just going to wait patiently. They don't really need to do anything here. It's just her. Freya's lurking again. It looks like they really like to lurk and be on that flank position. Very cheeky. Team UwU. XYO does make her way on a site. Bruni is going to get spotted up, but there's another person on site, and that's LNQ. However, Dismiss is going to be used to get her into safety. Only 39 HP left and 11 seconds. Just trying to, I guess, do what she can here. Maybe chip some more damage onto the team. Time will expire. Curious to see if anyone's going to catch her out here.
Oh, that feels so bad. That feels so bad. At that point, you kind of just want to die before timer runs out, but it's the economy, and it hurts her so much to fall like that. And it looks like her and the rest of the team, they're kind of still forcing a little bit here. We're seeing sheriffs and SMGs come out with some light armor. I would say that I hope that they kind of play a little bit more aggressive for a save round like this, but for Nina, already so much information.
Yeah, I was just about to say. We're going to know now that a lot of them there. And the drone comes out as well. Actually going to spot out all 3 that were there. Does get the tag onto one of them as well. Freya getting the information for her team alongside Bernina's Boombot, which does kind of trigger them to rotate towards B here. And it looks like that was the right play, as Athenas have not moved away from the site. Literally, as I say that, they move away from the site. As they rotate, but right Freya's here. Freya's waiting. She's gonna spot all of these members. Wow, gets a quick kill there from Skies. Dark cover is gonna
Wow.
actually
Oh
help
my
her
god.
with that 3K. Oh, Dart is gonna come out. Does not check the damage. Will die to that Bucky.
Player standing.
It's just gonna be Aimgwa, only one left. Will she get this plant down? Yes, she will. Just the Bucky left. Wow, still able to get that kill on the Vernia, but unfortunately does eventually fall to K-Sweet. Team UwU will be defusing and putting another one up on the board.
That was unfortunately it was a good call to rotate everybody out. I mean, I'm sure there was some expectation that maybe one person would still be holding a site like that for Team UwU, but Athenas, I just don't think they were expecting to fall one by one to Freya's guns. And they just kind of created the 1v1 situations that Freya really needed, just walking through the smoke, you know, like a clown car and giving that to her almost.
Yeah, it was honestly a very good call from Team UwU to keep one there. And that one being Freya, who's able to connect her Hunter's Fury and get first blood. What a kill. Curse showing up as well with that headshot kill. Another one for Freya, and very quickly, Skies is the only one left as Freya falls after getting that 3K. K-Sweet's just gonna finish things off.
Last round before the switch.
That, I mean, it's just a replay of last round. Freya able to connect based on information, early information on where the rest of Athena's are. Hunter's Fury opens up with one, and she does eventually like pick up 3 on that round. And I think it's a struggle for Athena's trying to even get onto site onto A. And they need to find a way to slow it down, draw the rest of Team UwU out, hopefully get some picks.
It looks like they're just going to aggressively push this. 2 kills will be in this round as Vernia picks up one, picks up another, and K-Sweet as well. It's gonna be Rose left. It's gonna be seen in Vernia. 3K.
Very clean round for her. Very aggressive play with that showstopper. Just pushes everybody back. Still able to connect. Either there was some sort of miscommunication that allowed or that made Team Athena's fall back because of the trades over in showers, but I don't think they were really expecting Renina to be still running at them with that showstopper, and the price was paid.
Yeah, just a lot of confidence coming out from Team UwU, and very understandable as well, given their very dominant first half showing. Now, we have switched sides here, so kind of should be the reset that Athenas needs to hopefully string up a streak of kills here.
Yeah, they do not have a Sentinel that could hopefully help them hold a site, though, so that's going to be a little bit of a struggle. No Killjoy, Cypher, or even a Sage to slow that push down. And yeah, they've just pushed their way through.
Yeah, they just basically full rush. That plant has already gone down with 2 kills as well. Make that 3.
One enemy remaining.
It's just going to be 1 member left in Aimqua. Oh, so very low, but as well as 2 other members of the opposing team. So the bomb is ticking away. It's kind of in a very rough position here as the turret spots her out as well. We're all watching is Heaven, and will eventually go down to LNQ.
Yeah. It's that they just completely displayed like the issue with the agent lineup right now that Athena's had, where how do you slow down a push like that when all you have is the boom bot and possibly some recon darts, but everybody's just gonna be running through the smokes, which is what they did. They didn't care about it, and just looks like they're gonna try again, but just switch sites.
Yeah, and they're going at this full force. Is going to run down long with no care in the world as K-Sweet's wall will start this entry off once again, like the first round, but SYO was actually in the dark cover there. Gets K-Sweet who face checked that, but Freya will trade that out. It's just gonna be a flurry of kills coming out here. On the side of Athenas, Freya's
that frenzy.
This guy's picking up a 3K with that stinger. Love to see it. I'm a big fan of the stinger.
Yeah.
It just hits different.
It's so gross, but I mean, that was a nice round. They held strong, Team Athenas. Hopefully give them a little morale boost as well, giving them that the economy, the SMGs, the motivation to put more points on the board for themselves. And if they keep playing like that and landing those shots, then it's more than definitely possible.
For sure. And off of that, Team UwU is going to opt for 3 sheriffs and 2 classics, while Athenas will be bonusing once again. XYO, however, did upgrade to a Vandal light shields and already some action happening in A here. Ring around the rosy as you do get caught out, your pants down, but still no numbers advantage, very even. And even with those kills, still very even. Plant has not gone down.
One enemy remaining.
And it's just going to be one left in Skies holding this angle with the Spectre. Does see one. They will know that she's there, so she quickly changes position. But they're going to be moving as 2. Vrina is going to get that 3K and the game for what was very dominated by Team UwU Nyan Nyan FTC in the first round of playoffs.
Exactly. That was strong showing by Team UwU and a very aggressive plays that got rewarded. They always I would say they always found a kill, even if it wasn't directly on when Run It Back was used, as well as Hunter's Fury, just very coordinated all around, matching utilities as well as their ultimates, making sure that they get those used. And they definitely put, Team Athena's like they had their backs up to the wall, always feeling like they were forced to have to make a play within a certain time window, even though technically they could still kind of slow it down. I just never felt like that for them. And Team UwU really capitalized on it.
Yeah, they played with a lot of confidence. Lots of great team coordination coming out with the usage of the utilities from their agents as well. All in all, just a very dominant showing, and they'll be moving on to the next round of playoffs. Now, during this game, of course, a lot of the other teams are playing their matches as well, and scores have been coming in. So if you are curious to see who has made it to round 2, make sure, again, to do !bracket in Twitch chat so you can follow along with the tournament bracket.
Yep.
Now, as mentioned earlier, the glorious giveaway for the mouse pad has closed, and we will be drawing the winner for that. Winner will be announced after this around 10-minute break as we wait for the other teams to finish up and move on to round 2 of playoffs.
Definitely. And with that, we will start our break and we'll catch you for the last game of the day. So stick around. I'm sure it's going to be very hype. These are best of ones. Everybody trying to play for their lives at the tournament. So stay tuned. We'll talk to you later.